Well, it's Uncommon Fossil, and I'm halfway through the series of discussing the starter decks that we get in live. First, talk about the starter deck as we get it. We'll go over the list, play it some, and then talk about in a later video how to make a very budget-friendly upgrade to the deck. And today, talking about what I think is the best of the starter decks and can easily be upgraded to a top tier list. And this is the Giratina V-STAR starter deck. So it's got a 2/2 Giratina V-STAR line, a Dragon type Pokemon, 280 HP, no weakness because it's a Dragon type. And it has two very nice attacks, Lost Impacts for Grass, Psychic, Colorless because it's a Dragon type, so it has multiple energy types. Does 280 damage. That's the number that you want to hit. That's an important number. It one-shots a lot of Pokemon. So you do have to put two energies attached to your Pokemon in the Lost Zone when you use the attack. They don't have to come from the Giratina, so they can come from any Pokemon in play. Then it has the Star Requiem attack. That's its V-Star power. You can only use it once per game as a V-Star power, and you can only use it after you have 10 or more cards in the Lost Zone. So we have the Lost Zone engine, which is a good engine, part of what makes this deck so good. And then your opponent's active Pokemon is knocked out. So even no matter what the HP is, boom, you one-shot any Pokemon. So really nice combination there. And then the Giratina V also has useful attacks. Abyss Seeking for 1 energy. You look at the top 4 cards of your deck, put 2 of them into your hand, put the other 2 in the Lost Zone. We want to get cards in the Lost Zone to use the Sableye, which we'll be getting to, as well as the V-Star power attack, right? So that's good. Drawing some cards, getting in the Lost Zone can be a good play turn 1. And then it has the Shred attack, same cost as the V-Star regular attack for Grass, Psychic, Colorless. Does 160, so less damage, but then this attack's damage isn't affected by effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. So it hits through effects, which can be useful as well. So as I said, deck has the Lost Zone engine, so plays 4 Comfeys, which has the flower selecting ability. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is the active spot, you may look at the top 2 cards of your deck, put one of them into your hand, the other card in the Lost Zone. So really good, get through the deck, get some cards in hand. What I will say with these Lost Zone decks, they're tricky to play in that you make a lot of decisions, and as you're Lost Zoning cards, you can't recover them. So if you make a bad decision, you can't recover it with Rod or something, or Pal Pad. It's gone for the game. So a lot of decisions makes the decks a little more difficult, I will say, and the games take a little longer than some, but it's a very rewarding deck. It's well worth the effort. So get Comfeys. Nice early attacking option is the Cramorant. We have 2 copies of this. Spit Innocently does 110 damage. It's water while colorless, but we actually only play 1 water in the deck, so we cannot pay for it, but Lost Provisions ability. If you have 4 more cards in the Lost Zone, ignore all energy in this Pokemon's attack cost. So all out, so turn 1, 2 Comfeys, and a Colress Experiment, which we'll be getting to. Gets 4 in the Lost Zone, and you can use Cramorant's attack. So 110, like on turn 1, without having to actually attach energy. Very nice there for sure. The other Lost Zone attacker is Sableye, very good as well. Lost Mine attack for 1 psychic energy. You can use this attack only if you have 10 more cards in the Lost Zone, so that's the tough part. That's why you want to get cards in the Lost Zone right away. Then you put 12 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon any way you like, so Manaphy doesn't affect it. You just place damage counters. You're not doing the damage, so Manaphy doesn't affect it. And you can spread it around however you like. Focus on one, spread it to multiple Pokemon, getting the numbers where you want. So very, very nice there. And then an alternate attacker, 1 copy of Snorlax. It has Thumping Snore for 3 energy, 3 colorless, does 180 damage. It falls asleep. During checkup, you have to flip 2 coins to wake it up, and you flip coins at the end of every turn. It does have the unfazed Fat ability. It prevents all effects of attacks from your opponent's Pokemon done to this Pokemon, which can be useful. Damage is not an effect, though, so, it's used, you do have to wake the Pokemon up, which is a bit of an issue, and this deck doesn't have the special energy to do the waking up. So that's but 180 on a single prize is quite nice. And then we does play a copy of Lumineon V that a support Pokemon does play 1 water energy, so we can even use the attack. The attack is water, colorless, does 120, and you shuffle this Pokemon, all attached cards into your deck. So because you play it down for Luminous Signs, when you play the Pokemon from your hand to your bench, you may search your deck for a supporter card. So that's very good, right? Access to that one supporter when you want it. And of course, we can attack 120, can knock out a Cramorant in the mirror match, and it gets that 2-prizer out of play. So there's some value to the water energy in the deck. I'm not certain if it really makes sense, but we will see in the gameplay if we find that to be useful. So the energy, 6 grass, 6 psychic, and 1 water, right? Grass and psychic, of course. We need psychic for Sableye, and we need grass and psychic for Giratina. So that's the energy count. We might adjust it as we modify the deck list later on, but that's what we start at a reasonable number of energies. All right, trainers for Escape Rope. We need to do a lot of switching with this deck. So for Escape Rope, there are better switching options. Or, you probably want some Escape Rope, but we're going to want to bring in some other things. So for Escape Rope, right, your opponent switches their active, then you switch yours. And for switch cards, just regular switch, right, you just switch your active with one of your bench. And then for Cross Switcher in the deck, it's good. I don't know if this is the best. Usually Cross Switcher comes with Pokestop decks, which this deck does not play. So is it the best combo? I'm not certain. But you play 2 Cross Switchers at once. You must play 2 for it to do anything. Then you switch your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active, and then you switch your active with your bench. So a switch for your opponent, switch for you. It's a boss on a trainer. On an item. Actually, it's a Guzma, which does exactly what this card does. 1 Gardenia's Vigor, because we do have the grass energy in the attack. Gardenia's 1 copy, and I don't know that it's great in this deck, but Gardenia's Vigor is certainly a card that's always intrigued me. I've certainly made videos using it. It's a little underwhelming, unfortunately. You draw 2 cards, which is fine, and if you drew any cards this way, which of course you only play it when you can draw cards, you can attach up to 2 grass energy from your hand to one of your bench Pokemon. So you can accelerate 1 or 2 grass energies to a Giratina V on the bench. It's useful, of course, but we do have Mirage Gate here, which really is the energy acceleration in the deck, the one that you want to make use of. You can only use this if you have 7 cards in the Lost Zone, which isn't that hard to get, so don't worry about paying that cost. You will get that off after a couple turns. You search your deck for up to 2 basic energies of different types, which is another reason why the water energy is there. We need to do different types, and you attach them to your Pokemon any way you like. It can be active, bench to the same Pokemon, to 2 different Pokemon, so very nice. So 1 Mirage Gate and a manual attachment, and your Giratina V-Star is ready to attack. Getting Pokemon in play, we play 4 Nest Ball. We want to get these Comfeys and such down early in the game, so 4 Nest Ball, and then plays 3 Ultra Ball, discard 2 cards, search for any 1 Pokemon. That's the only way to get the V-Stars, right, to search for them, so that's useful too. Does play 1 Thorton. A lot of decks don't play it, but it is a useful card in some decks. I'm not sure in this deck how useful it'll be. We'll find out. But you choose a basic Pokemon from your discard pile and switch it with one of your basic Pokemon in play. Any attached cards, such as energies, tools, damage counters, special conditions, turns in play, stay in place. That part turns in play. What that means is if you had a Comfey, let's say you played it the previous turn, then you use Thorton, put a Giratina V down, you could immediately evolve to the V-Star because it's still the second turn in play in that case for the brand new Giratina V. That's what the turns in play means. I just wanted to cover that because it was not intuitive to me, I will say, when I first heard that expression. 2 Beach Court. Retreat cost of basic Pokemon is 1 less, so it gives free retreat off your Comfeys and such because we do need to be switching around, so useful there. 4 Colress Experiment, very good supporter and really crucial to the deck. You look at the top 5 cards of your deck, put 3 into your hand, 2 into the Lost Zone, so more decision making, of course, but very effective getting through the deck, and of course getting cards in the Lost Zone. Lost Vacuum is useful in a couple ways, gets cards in the Lost Zone, and can bump something we don't want in play. You can only use this card if you put another card from your hand in the Lost Zone, so at least 1 card in the Lost Zone there, and then you choose a stadium or a tool in play and put it in the Lost Zone. If it is your own stadium or tool, we don't play any tools, but we do have the Beach Court, of course. That goes in the Lost Zone for you, so it's a way potentially to get 2 cards in the Lost Zone by playing this card as well to really get that Lost Zone building up fast. 1 Boss's Order, of course, very good card. That only plays 1 because we have the Cross Switcher that serves a similar purpose. And then covered the other cards already. Ultra Ball, Cross Switcher, Switch. So a solid 60. Certainly can be made better, and we will do that in a future video. But let's take a look. But this is a good build. It's solid, and let's take a look at the deck in action. All right, we'll see what happens here. Hopefully, we get a nice game to show this deck off. You know, as I've been playing with it, certainly I think I'd like a rod to get back some Pokemon and or energy. But Super Rod, I'm just trying to remember which rod is in standard now. Super Rod is the one, which is actually which is a good one. Okay, so go first because it's the Giratina. I could, you could go second and hope to attack, but you don't always pull it off. All right, Comfey. This was a good deck. This was a decent hand to go first. So up against Roaring Moon, okay. I'm probably going to play down all these Pokemon here. All right, I'm going to lose a Cramorant, which I think that's okay. The 110 damage isn't really ideal with this deck, so let's see. And discarding energies always feels bad. Okay. I'm gonna grab the rope. I know usually energies I'm always worried about energies, but the rope is really good too. So this way I attach and I end turn. So 2 of the Lost Zone, have a Giratina V down, have a Cramorant down with, what did I toss away? 1 Cramorant, 1 grass. Okay. And Cramorant doesn't hit for weakness, even if they are weak to water. With its attack says that. Okay. So they toss the path, which is fine. I don't need path at all. I mean, it doesn't affect me playing path. Greninja would be the card that would make a difference, but this deck doesn't have that. Or like a Radiant Charizard, but then you need a different type of energy. So, okay, let us see what happens here. Hopefully they can't attack. Okay, they did not attack, so this is good. 2, so I'm probably not going to get to, well, we'll see what happens. I probably want to, 1, 2, 3. All right, I'm going to be a little greedy. I'm going to grab him. It just gets me more cards in the Lost Zone. That's what I'm thinking here. So I'm going to rope here. So 3. And then I'm going to Comfey for 4, 5, 6. I believe. So I'm going to get like 8 in the Lost Zone. So that's pretty good, right? That is pretty good, I think. So I do like that. All right, so I want energy. Cross Switcher is good too, but that's okay. I need to hit another one to make it worthwhile. Switch. I think I will get rid of the Lumineon. Lose you for game. So where am I at now? I'm at 6. I did not hit. Did not hit. Okay, so let me think. Do I want to... I have free retreat here, right? So I guess I just... I'll hit into the Squawkabilly, I guess. I could rope up something else, though, right? Which might not be bad. I'm going to rope because I think I want to bang into something else. And right, I do the attack. I have Colress, I have Boss, so 6, 7, 8. I get to 9 next turn, guaranteed. So I'll just give the poke here. They may have Switch, I don't know. So I will attach here. I need a grass, of course, and I do need to evolve. Those are things that'll need to happen, but... So, 110. So if they don't evolve, can knock them out. If they're stuck in the active and can't evolve, I do knock them out next turn. Don't expect that to happen, but that's okay. The squawk abilities there stuck. All right, Radiant Greninja. Right, so they don't want Path to the Peak down, right, because they lose Radiant Greninja. So what's their energy situation? 4 in the discard pile, so they need, so they want to start playing some dark patches. 2 there. Ultra Ball, okay. So gonna grab a Darkrai, I would guess. We will see. So what do they have? They can recover items with that. Those aren't the greatest items, though, I will say. Okay. So what do they grab? An Ultra Ball, Nest Ball. That's it, right? So it's an Ultra Ball and a Nest Ball. Okay. More Pico, which has free retreat as long as it doesn't have energy. So that's okay. So I knock this. This is good. This is very nice. So I have Colress, which is good. I'm going to take 2 prizes this turn. Do I want Gardenia's Vigor? It's actually not terrible. I have a Grass Energy here. I think I want to evolve, though, right? I think I want to evolve. So 8. So I'll attach Grass. I mean, I can get 10 if I want to, but I think I want to... I do think I want to evolve, right? Because that way, if they want to knock me out, they have to use their big attack, and I think I like that, forcing the issue there. All right, so I'll get rid of the stadium. I'll get rid of this too. I'm a little uncertain, or a lot uncertain, quite frankly. Let's just take a peek here. What do I have? I have 3 Mirage Gates in deck. 3. I have 5 energies left. 3 of them are grass. Okay. So that's okay. Giratinas could be a good play. All right, so just evolve and just attack. Just attack. So my Giratina is ready to go. They could one-shot him, but I've taken 2. But if they one-shot me, we're even on prizes. I need to get my other Giratina going, of course. Then I don't have any Pokemon recovery, which I'm pretty sure I don't play Clara either. So I don't know what's prized or not in that regard. I should have paid more attention to that. But so they have the pivot card and the Morpeko. They might just swing into the act. The problem is if they just swing into active and attack me, I blow up the Roaring Moon now. So path, but they're shutting themselves down. So that's a problem. So this is awesome for me. Awesome, right? So I'm going to take him out. This could be essentially game. I will do the switch. I will attach an energy here. And because I want to, I do want to use, I want to save my Star Requiem. Might as well do that. So they get one shot there. So definitely from the Comfey. And get rid of Psychic, because I this way it doesn't matter what the 3rd energy is. And of course I can use Star Requiem with those 2 energies. So got myself into a very nice position in this game. All right, Mirage Gate. Very, very nice here. Okay. The deck just plays 1 boss, I believe, and I can't... I'm pretty sure it doesn't have Pal Pad. So I can't Gust again. But, I can get a Sableye down, which I might want to do. So, okay. I mean, that's okay. I mean, that's a bit of an odd play because I can utilize this, right? I probably want to... Oh, I want Mirage Gate, right? I mean, I think. Well, it's a good question. Did I want that? I'm not even sure. But I want Sableye. I'll take out what Morpeko. I'll put 1 damage on the Radiant Greninja, I think, and do I want to make... I'll do this. I will save an energy. So put the grass here. The pay for retreat. Sableye there. I want to keep the switch card, right? Might as well, right? I'll just pay for retreat. I'm just going to sit on these energies. Actually, maybe, you know what? I'm going to attach a water here. So he's powered up for his other attack. Just flexing a little bit, but there is logic behind it too. What's the lost zone count, by the way? I wasn't paying attention like I should have. So this is very good. Let me see if I can get another Sableye down. Okay, lovely. Those are great cards to get. So I'm going to put down a Sableye. I'm going to attach energy to Sableye. Just let them... no, I'll just sit here. Okay. All right, so this is okay. So 1 on the Radiant Greninja, because he's now 120, so my other so Sableye can take him out, put 40, 70 here, and I will, what do I want to do here? In case they do something to buff Darkrai. Right, there we go. I could have put 1 more on the Greninja. Maybe I should have, because then I could have taken him out with Cramorant as well. But look, I think I should have put a second damage counter on the Radiant Greninja, because the Darkrai wasn't really necessary. Right? I one-shot him with Giratina VSTAR anyway, and I haven't used my Abyss Seeking or Star Requiem. I apologize. So very, very good there. So, okay. Which is fine. They did that. They took a prize. It's fine, and maybe they needed that for a challenge or something too. So I'm just going to blow them up for game here, and I will just use Abyss Seeking. Still use Star Requiem. Sorry, Abyss Seeking's on the V. Take my prize, and the deck really, my opponent did struggle. For sure, but the deck, it's set up very nicely, right? Getting things, hitting the right cards early, not having to lost zone the wrong cards. Some games you just don't, obviously, with any deck set up. In some games you have to lost zone some cards that really hurt. That game, that was not an issue. The deck played just like you want it to. All right, hopefully we get a nice game to show the deck off. Have one game that I'm pretty sure I'm going to upload. Would like to get a second one just to make the video a little bit better. Some days, it's just a struggle to get some decent games in. This deck is pretty good. Obviously, it's a bit inconsistent. All decks are. All right, so this isn't what we want to start, obviously. But it's not a terrible hand, certainly. So we'll have to kind of think things through. And we'll see what we're up against as well, of course. Sorry about the cough there. Like I said the other day, so I'm going first. This is not really good. Get rid of Cross Switcher. Do I get rid of 1 energy? I don't know what's prized yet, right? So need a Comfey to do a little searching. Let's see. So I don't have any V. Both Giratina V's are prized. Okay, so that makes things very different. All right. This is not real good here, I gotta say. Switch. The fact that I don't have any Giratina V, right? That's not great. So Iron Hands, which will take an extra... I ditched the one Cross Switcher, so I'll lost on the other one. And end turn, not the start I certainly wanted, right? Not at all. Take a little sip of my coffee, wait and see what they do. So Iron Hands is scary, right? Because they do 120, they knock out all my Pokemon except for Giratina VSTAR with the Amp Very Much attack. And they take an extra prize card, and that kind of hurts my... All right, so it's a Baxcalibur deck, and the deck does not play Manaphy, so Radiant Greninja, I assume they play that, is going to do some damage there too. So probably get a Battle VIP pass, and maybe a Chen Pao. That's my guess, but we will see what they do. Got Baxcalibur, so that's okay. I mean, it's okay in this case because I'm not going to disrupt them. Don't have Iono in the deck. May want to put it in, obviously, once I change it. But grabbing your stage 2, I mean, I guess it makes sense because with Battle VIP Pass, they get the basics done they want. I mean, you know, obviously, they run the risk of an Iono or a Judge, and you lose the card you wanted. So, therefore, it's always a bit questionable. But, you know, maybe that was their best play. I mean, I think they probably should have got another Frigibax down, though, honestly. I don't think I'm going to. It's not going to cost them in this case, but if I were to get super lucky, I could boss them up. I think... All right, I will do the rope play. You know, with the Giratina V-STAR as prize, it's not a happy feeling for me. So Switch, energy. This is a lot. This is now the lost zoning sequence is not going the way I wanted to for sure. Let's see. All right, I'll make that play. I don't know. Not liking my life here at all. Right. I'll bench Sableye. I think I want to rope. Is what I want to do. Look, this game is looking like a loss here. No doubt about that. I put down the Sableye because now it gives them the potential that I advance the Sableye off the Cramorant. It seems super unlikely to, so maybe it was not a good play. But I think I need to drop the Sableye because... Well, no, I won't lose next turn. Radiant Greninja does not one-shot the Cramorant. So, you know, I am in a bad spot for sure. Okay, Chen Pao, that's fine. Obviously, another Comfey would have been nice. So I'll attach to Sableye. You know, I need a lot more cards in the Lost Zone before I can do the better attack. So anyway, I know they have the Baxcalibur. If they have Rare Candy, away they go. Okay, so they got the Bibarel, they got the Rare Candy. So they're down to 4 cards in hand, so we'll see what they do. Well, they want to attach with Baxcalibur first, I would think. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. They can discard. They can accelerate the energies, and then you want to get your hand thinned down. Okay, so, well, this is bad news for sure. Are they going to accelerate? Where do they accelerate to? That's kind of the question. Do they think they can... Yeah, so they may play the stadium that puts the energies back in hand if they retreat as well, in which case the Chen Pao is good because they can retreat, get the energies attached to them, right? So they want to take the Iron Hands attack. Amp you very much for sure. They have all right, so they didn't have any water energy, I assume, there because they didn't attach, because they should have attached it before the Bibarel. So it shouldn't be more than 1. I think they just do 1 card with Bibarel, right? Which, if they have multiple energies, then they could have attached some before Bibarel. I think, unless I miscounted. Okay. So I'm guessing they'll just take the knockout with Chen Pao. And look, I'm not getting going here. Obviously, the 2 Giratinas, these being prized, is problematic. That's really what I need for this matchup. I can get a knockout with another Cramorant, though. So that's, I have that. That's kind of what I'm hoping on here. So need to hit something here to have even a remote chance, I'd say. So I'll grab the Colress. I play 2 Cramorants, so let's hope I hit it. So, okay, that's good. Comfey. And do I have Mirage Gate? I will. I'll grab Mirage Gate, I guess. Yeah, I don't want to do Lumineon. Lumineon will give up 3 prizes there, which does not seem good at all, right? Definitely not. So, good. Cramorant is in deck. Like, I'm pleased about that. I have the Switch card. I'm just gonna... I'll switch, keep both Comfeys. I actually go ahead here. So I have 7 in the Lost Zone, not bad. I could have got an 8th card in the Lost Zone. So I can start attacking. Decent chance to Sableye next turn. All right, got a Giratina V. Can I start attaching manually to him? Have the V-Star. The Abyss Seeking does the 1-shot. So it's not the worst spot in the world. So I have a Switch card. I can hard retreat. I'd like to start getting energy on Giratina V. Actually, I have Mirage Gate, so I think I'll use that first. What's the energy situation? I've got 2 there. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I play 11. So hopefully I have 2 different energies in deck. I'll play down the Giratina. They're going to take 2 prizes. They jump ahead of me. That part's unfortunate. Obviously, Radiant Greninja is a problem too. Trying to think here with the Giratina. How do I work this? Because I can 1-shot the Iron Hands, but I can't 1-shot him till I evolve. I mean, my game plan. They didn't have the energy. Well, that is super nice for me. All right, so I still want to. Okay, I may want to. Let's see here. So I want a Mirage Gate. Get some energy on here if I can. 1 and 1. That's beautiful. Let's see what else we have. Okay, Rope, Snorlax, 2 Cross Switchers. Okay, so energy. So I want to do a switch here. I would like to get. I would like to. All right, I definitely want to attack this turn, right? So I don't need another Comfey, right? No. So I'll grab the Mirage Gate. So I can. What do I want to do here? I think I want to. I have 8 though, so I'm only guaranteed 1 switch here, right? That's a bit of a problem, right? That is a problem. So I'll put a Psychic. Well, what do I do? I'm going to hard retreat here, right? So attach this here. I will get my second energy on Giratina V. I don't want my Giratina V getting knocked out. So I'm going to hard retreat here. And into the Cramorant. I'll do that. It's a bit weird because I don't have. Yeah, I'm going to make the guaranteed play here. So guaranteed attack, that is. I will attach to a Comfey. Gives him guaranteed retreat next turn. I don't, this is a risky play. There's a good chance they're going to take 2 prizes this turn, right? I can potentially take, what I'm thinking here is I can take, if I get a Colress Experiment next turn, all right, I ditch my Lumineon V, which I still think is good. So I have 2 Colress left. I'll have my Giratina V-Star, which can. I don't really want attack. I don't want to attack with him yet, though, right? Because I need him to be 1-shotting these multi-prizers. I still have Boss in deck, right? So they're going to knock me out now. They're going to take 2 prizes. I can finish him off with Sableye, which I think I want to do that. I think I want to finish off the Iron Hands with Sableye. All right, so just looking through my discard pile, getting the sense of things. So I need 2 in the Lost Zone. That's true too. So I need 2 in the Lost Zone. So send up the Comfey, who's got an attachment for retreat. Right now I'm not guaranteed to get 2 in the Lost Zone. All right, so I want to thin if I can, I think. Snorlax isn't bad either, right? Snorlax, what's the energy situation? I could attack with Snorlax. Maybe I do that. All right, I'm going to attack with Snorlax. Thin first, right? Snorlax takes the knockout. He goes to sleep. His retreat cost is brutal. Let's see what I hit here. All right, I think, do I need a second Sableye? No, I don't think I do. I think I want a rope. I'd have no recovery, of course. All right, so I don't. All right, so I've got to. So I evolve here. I will attach here. I don't want to force them to send something else up. I think I want a rope here, correct? So I will rope here. Gives me more options, right? Gives me more options. I think I will Comfey again because I can attach and retreat. I haven't attached per turn yet. And of course, the Comfey finishes the Iron Hands off on the bench, which is fine. So that's a good situation. So Comfey, I can attach, but I want to, I'll flower selecting. Energy, please. Yeah, that's good. We'll attach, retreat, and Sableye on the bench. Because getting rid of Iron Hands is very important here. I got to the 10, which is very good as well. So I need to get to 230, which should be all of them. It's nice the way it does the math. It gives that double check, right? I checked the HP previously. So 230, 2 prizes. I go ahead once again. So it's a game where I haven't loved my spot most of the game. All right, Colress is good. Obviously, I wish I had that sooner. And obviously not having the Giratina's prize wasn't good. But look, I'm at the spot where I could win next turn. They probably will attack with Radiant Greninja. So they have a 2-prize turn. And they could stream Radiant Greninja. They have to recover Radiant Greninja, but I'm sure they have the cards to do that. Whether they have the cards that turn to do it, don't know. Their hand size is big enough. All right, so Comfey. Send up the Comfey with the energy, because if I hit boss, I do. Well, at this point, if they knock out my active, I just have game. That's actually true, right? If they attack with Chen Pao, I send up the Giratina, and it's game. So I do have 2 Cross Switchers in deck as well. So if I hit a Cross Switcher off Comfey, I would grab that. If I hit both Cross Switchers off Comfey, I cry, right? Because at that point, all right, so grabbing cards. They're not attacking yet. They need to Radiant Greninja, I think, but unless it's all 3 energies, they can't pull off the attack. Well, no, they haven't used. Okay, so they're really committing to Chen Pao here, which they haven't used a supporter, though. Okay, now they use their supporter. The problem, look, I'm not quite sure about this play because they knock out my active, they get 1 prize. They can't get 3 prizes this turn, no matter what they do. I just Giratina V-Star for game. I just promote the Giratina V-Star. So I don't know. The way they're doing this, I'm kind of guessing they're just going to discard those energy off Chen Pao. I don't know why they weren't putting energy on the Radiant Greninja, because that was the play. Attack with Radiant Greninja, I would think. Take 2 prizes. Okay, got a lot of items, all items. So nice for them there. It goes by quickly, right? I saw a rare candy. I think energy retrieval. So they're attacking. We'll see what they do. Okay, that's the damage to take the knockout, but I have game on board. So, right, I'm just going to send him up, and I have 2 ways to take the knockout here. So I'm going to do the 280, right? Why not? Boom, 280. It's funny that the way the energies, the way that I do the damage prior to, I do the damage, then I get rid of the energies. It's just a little odd, but that's fine. I take the prizes. I took, obviously, the energy off the bench. If the game was going on, I could make the plays to me in case the game continues, right? So, in case I just made some boneheaded play and the game continues. So got rid of one off the bench, got the Psychic off. So I had Grass Psychic, so I could do the V-Star attack the next turn, right? So that was the logic there. So, and opponent's play towards the end, I was a little questionable or didn't make sense to me anyway. Maybe there's some higher strategy to it. But the deck, once again, got going. Took a little bit, right? That was a game where two Giratina V's prize made things slow. But hey, you have the Comfeys, you have the Cramorants to get going early. You can attack with Sableye and such. So you just kind of chug through, even if something pieces are prized. Just work with what you have. And the deck is a certainly strong one. And I look forward to presenting a upgraded version of the starter deck in the near future. Take care.